All right, Aries, welcome to your weekly horoscope for March 15th through the 21st. My name is Athen. All right, so this week is not like the past couple weeks. It's still transformative. We've got the Uranus Pluto square going exact on Monday and Tuesday, right in the middle of this month. Very important week still, except it's not so much about taking action like it was last week. It's not so much about going after the things that you enjoy and expansion like it was the week prior to that. This week is about meditation. It's about going within, getting that introspective time, especially for you guys. We've got the solar eclipse taking place in Pisces on Friday in your 12th house. Very powerful stuff. And then we have some aspects with Mercury, which is also suggesting some pause, some reflection, and thinking about things. Specifically around this sort of 8th house activity, 11th house, and 12th house activity, which I'll talk about. But overall, a week of reflection. You want to take it slow. Make sure you have that presence, peace, compassion in the now moment, in the things that you do. If you are busy, if there are things that you are doing this week, okay? But especially around Friday, I would really take some meditative time to reflect on these energies. It's very powerful stuff. And the solar eclipse is leading the way for the next 6 months. Okay, but as you get closer and closer to Friday, you'll notice the energies are winding down. So just kind of go with it. We're releasing the last lunar cycle, which for you had to do with your 11th house of either your friends, your network circles, giving back, contribution, what you get from your work, whether it's the finances or the satisfaction you get from your work. These types of things are 11th house. That's where we had the new moon for the last 30 days, but now we're coming up to the new cycle, which is involving that 12th house. So you're releasing a lot of those 11th house things, but I think there's things to be learned there. Because on Monday and Tuesday, we have Mercury squaring up to Saturn from your 11th house. So whatever you've been recently thinking about or learning about in regards to networks or the global issues in the world perhaps, or your friends or your ideals, whatever it might be from that 11th house, you want to take the disciplined approach to it. Sunday and Monday in particular. Think about it. Reflect on it. Because with Saturn retrograde in your 8th house, squaring up to that Mercury, you definitely want to allow it to be reflected and challenged. You want to challenge your own ideas. You really want to ask yourself, okay, what have been these structures that you've been setting up in your life since Saturn went into your 8th house, which was the tail end of last year? Since last year, tail end of last year, you've been creating new structures around your 8th house, around shared resources, around the deeper elements of life, with things that have to do with perhaps the emotional foundations in your life as well. So reflect on those things Sunday and Monday. And I think with that awareness, that's going to help work with this square energy, because that's always the flow. We don't want to square up to it. We don't want to just rush forward and make any rash decisions or actions based on either of these two areas. You want to really reflect and take it easy. Okay. Now Monday and Tuesday, that's when we have the Uranus squaring up to Pluto energy. So this is again involving your 9th house of your life path and your 12th house of the spiritual transformational stuff. So this is the apex. This is the peak of a lot of that transformational stuff I've been talking about. You want to allow yourself to make whatever changes, mostly internal for you, regarding your perspective on your life path, regarding your perspective on life in general and the purpose of life and these types of things, and your spiritual ideas. But this week it's very introverted, you see. So it's very much about, I think, reflecting on that. And again, if you are involved with making actions and decisions around it this week, making sure that you listen to your intuition and taking it slow. Okay. But definitely activating that 12th house, no doubt, still continuously. So listening to your dream space too. On Tuesday and Wednesday, we've got Mercury going over that Neptune in your 11th house. So there are some things to be learned about this whole 11th house stuff. The satisfaction from your work perhaps, or the your contribution, your service, what you're providing, your network circles, your friends, your community. So with Mercury over Neptune, if you are making any decisions around those things, especially midweek, you want to not listen to your rational mind. With Mercury going over Neptune, you want to trust your intuition. So definitely tap into your intuition this week, especially if you're making any decisions or involved with anything on that group, friend, even work level when it has to do with the gains from work in some way. And Yeah, intuition over intellect. Then on Friday, we have that solar eclipse, starting some new beginnings involved with your spirituality. Like I said, this is for the next 6 months. Something is transforming with your spirit here, and it's going to come from that reflection of the 12th house. And yeah, there's no aspects over the weekend, so I would treat the weekend as a further reflective time. Then as the lunar energies start to build next week, we'll know much clearer what these new energies are that we're working with. But we're only going to know that by really reflecting and taking the time this week to listen and figure that out, what it is. It's very deep. It's very spiritual. It's very, for you guys especially, it's your unconscious. It's behind the scenes. All right. So that's the highlight. Take it slow, especially early in the week with this square energy, all the way up until Wednesday. Trust that intuition. Make sure that you're getting enough rest and relaxation, and be willing to reflect, see your life from that overall perspective, not in a harsh way. Sunday, Monday, you don't want to be pessimistic with it. Just look at it realistically, look at your situation, and then internalize it. See how you feel about it. Reflect on it in that sense. Everything is very introverted. It's not really a time to be making, rash decisions right now in the external environment, you see. All right, everyone, have a fantastic week. Thank you again, Aries, for all of your support. If you have any questions, please let me know, and I'll see you next week. Take care.